Hey you guys, how are you? So I wanted to talk to you guys about how important the moon cycles are, right? And at the beginning of my journey, I had no clue, right? But little by little, as I evolved, I started to really bring out the importance of that moon cycle for me. It first started off with, the full moons, and then incorporated the new moons as well. And now it came to a place to me in a call about the crescent moon. And the crescent moon always had an eye for it. I always did, but I really didn't look into it as much. And when I did look at it, because this crescent moon that just passed, it was just absolutely beautiful. And I think the more we evolve and the more that we are, going through our journey, the moon lights up like no other. It has its own unique, beautiful light, and I saw it as a yellowish but bright, and it was very special and significant for me. So when I looked it up, and it was just briefly that I looked up, it was that Shiva would use the crescent moon, and the meaning of that crescent moon was the empowerment of self, right? Itself, right? Finding that, and that's how I felt. I felt that we have passed through a threshold, and it was a lot of core wounds that we, as a family, right? Because these core wounds were definitely triggered from our families, and a lot of us did not. We were finding out, and even though we kind of knew, but it was, I would say, a retreat of purging, the things that kept you from your next level of evolvement, right? And it was very subtle, but it was a major, let's see, what is the word that I want to say? It was definitely you would say like a quantum leap. I mean, all of our sisters, I have all sisters, and, all of us purged in one way or another. But the reaction was totally different from different times. And instead of, blaming others, and putting ourselves as victims, we saw it for what it is, and we saw the challenges for what it is, and we really worked with each other to bring ourselves up. And this included my mother as well. And my mother is very different, and just like all of us, right? But it was a breakthrough of core wounds, and this would say it was from generation to generation, and it was absolutely divine, I would tell you. All of us had voice, and that voice was very heard, from each and all of us, and it was very productive and very rewarding, knowing that we came such a long ways. And we know that for each individual, there is no exact time that we need to do things, that everything comes in their own time. So a lot of quantum leap within family structures, and it is very blessed to have that. It was very beautiful. So now that things are moving, it's everything you're feeling aligned with everything. And your soul will be, your inner, like, will take you to the place, and it makes you feel that place that you are needing to go. So for me, my inner guidance, my higher self, is wanting me to feel the changes of the seasons. And I have experienced it when I was younger, and even, a little bit in my 20s. And it's a call to move me to that direction, right? So you will be feeling a lot of calling and a lot of flowing and type of energy, and it will be absolutely beautiful. So you just flow with it and be aligned with things, right? Remember, is accepting what is the reality right now, right? And incorporating all the things that you have learned, right? It's always about your inner work that seems to really move you. Alrighty, guys, until next time, namaste.